What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Adam Kownacki. Adam Kownacki states that he wants the Helenius rematch. If not, then Ruiz, Ortiz, or even Wilder. Adam Kownacki doesn't dodge any questions about the first loss of his professional boxing career. In fact, he answers them before you even get a chance to ask. And although the 31-year-old could talk about maybe getting a quick hook from referee David Fields in his March 7th headliner against Robert Helenius, overlooking his underdog opponent being overwhelmed by the media and fan obligations that went along with being the main event in his hometown of Brooklyn, or even being less than focused because he and his wife had just welcomed a son into the world a few months earlier. He doesn't do any of that. In fact, they are no excuses at all. He says, I just got caught with a good shot. He says, of the short right hand that put him on the deck in the fourth round of the heavyweight bout at the Barclays Center. Fields ruled it a slip, but Kownacki admits it was more than that. He said it wasn't ruled a knockdown, which it was, and it buzzed me a little bit, he recalls. And with your pride and ego hurt, you want to get him back, but with me being buzzed, he caught me with another good 2 shots, put me on my ass, I got back up, and then he just let the hands go. Looking back at it now, I wish the referee let it continue and let me go out on my back, but the referee's there to do a job, and I guess it was the right call. He saw me hurt, and he called it right. I'm healthy, and I can fight again soon. If he did it, let it continue, and I was laid out, it would have been worse, and I might have been hurt. Wow. Okay. He also said, definitely after the last fight, I want to make sure that my weight is down. He said, it's always a topic of conversation, which sucks because I don't think that really defines how I'll perform. But I really want to get to a certain weight. With Areola, I was a bit heavier. I weighed in less, but I cut a lot of water weight just to make sure it was lower than it actually was. The fight, I did more naturally. I didn't really starve myself to cut weight. Okay, so he had a lot to say on that. He said, obviously, I want a rematch, he said, and I think it might happen, even though this was a WBA eliminator. I don't think he's going to get a shot at Joshua anytime soon because Joshua is trying to have bigger fights first, and he might give away the WBA title. So I think a rematch will probably happen, and that's the fight I want. I want to make sure it was a mistake. Lennox Lewis avenged his loss, so I want to avenge mine too. And hopefully I'll get a shot. If not, you got Ruiz, Ortiz, or even Wilder, Tyson Fury, or Anthony Joshua. Those are guys that I want to fight right now. Well, I have to give credit to Adam Kownacki. You know, I know it was an upset. You know, he got knocked out, or he got caught with a shot by the Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenius, okay? And it was ruled a slip. And I like the integrity. That's what that means. That means integrity and character and really honesty. When you, being a fighter, okay, you get caught with a slip, and despite what it might appear like for a referee, and you might look like it might put you in the right, and it might make you seem that your performance was better, but he was honest enough to say, no, it wasn't a slip, it was a knockdown. If other fighters done that, you know, that would make me think more highly of them also. And it didn't matter at the end of the day because he got knocked out anyway, or the fight was stopped anyway. He got put on the seat of his ass, like he quoted, a few times, okay? And I think him being a little hurt, I think he was really hurt when he got caught the first time. But I do believe that because of his ego and because he was moving forward like he knows how to do anyway against Robert Helenius, he was trying to get back at what he was already trying to do, and he got caught with 2 more, okay? And that shows you not the weight, okay, of him, because I think he's right. It doesn't define how he performs because he's a babyface assassin. He looks like a plumber, but he knows how to punch. He's good with distance. You know, he knows where that punch will land. He has good punch placement. You know, his great combinations for a big guy like that. You know, maybe the weight might matter, but at the end of the day, it didn't come down to any of that. It came down to defense. Okay? And that's something I always question about Adam Kownacki ever since the Charles Martin fight. When Charles Martin really started to land bombs, you know, I wondered, like, wow, how much can this guy take without someone really knocking him out? And we seen that back on March 7th. Okay? And, but again, he had no excuses. You know, he got caught with a good shot. And that's shots. And that's exactly what happened. He got caught with shots, and his defense, again, wasn't up to par, and he wants a rematch. You know, he says Anthony Joshua might give up the WBA. I doubt that. I doubt he gives up any of his belts because he didn't fight like hell to get them back to only drop them. You know, but he might be right about Robert Helenius. He might not get an opportunity to fight someone like Anthony Joshua being the eliminator because Joshua is looking for bigger and better fights. As far as Ruiz or Ortiz or even Wilder, I think the best fight for him could be Ortiz. Andy Ruiz, I don't think will want to fight like that anytime soon, especially with a new trainer. Okay, even though I would love to see it, that would be probably one of the fights of the year. These guys just let their hands go, and one guy is not making the other guy. They're two non-movable opponents. So it would be a great fight. But I think if he wants to fight anyone, he should take on Ortiz. Because Ortiz is older, Ortiz is looking for a fight, and Robert Helenius might not be available. Let's face it. You know, I don't know where he lives. I think he lives over in another country. So if that's the case, he might have that type of problem. Okay, so it's one of those situations for Adam Kownacki. He has these choices, but something strange to me is none of his choices are Dominic Breazeale, which Dominic Breazeale accused Adam Kownacki of ducking him to fight Robert Helenius, which he got upset by and knocked out by. So, you know, I think he should add Dominic Breazeale definitely to the list, you know, but he is trying to make a comeback. So you guys tell me what you think of Adam Kownacki's strategy to come back into the sport. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.